We have a new sheriff in town, the person of Senator Monday Okpebholo, who is the governor of Edo State. No longer governor-elect, no longer the governor of APC or the governor of only PDP or NNPP or ZLP, YPP. No, he is the governor of Edo State. And people have been talking about his activities these few days, little days or thereabout. You've seen him done so many things. For instance, he went around roads saying, well, these roads must be fixed, contractors go back to site, made one or two moves, and probably like, clapping and applauding, saying this is the man we really want to be at the helms of affairs. Others say, no, this is just in pidgin English, initial gra-gra. How do you feel about this? With me here in the studio, I have Honorable Isaac Semota, retired DSP, ex-CSO to Edo State Government, a security consultant, CEO, Director, Casiota Security Company. Honorable Semota, welcome to TMI.
Good morning, sir, and thank you, viewers at home.
All right. Now, sitting very close to me, he is a vibrant youth, a political analyst. He's into impartation of knowledge. Yes, he's a teacher, and he's also a clergyman. Join me to welcome Alhaji Ahmed Iwaike. Welcome to TMI.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wixon. Good morning, viewers at home.
And joining us virtually, he is a vibrant young man, a political juggernaut and entrepreneur. Join me to welcome Socrates in Magbedion. Socrates, how are you doing this morning?
Yeah, I'm fine. Good morning.
All right. It's a pleasure to have you join us. Prospect of Governor Monday Okpebholo, aftermath of inauguration. Alhaji Ahmed, I want to start off with you. Now, what do you feel about this man prospect, knowing fully well on the way he chooses to start his own administration? Walk, walk, walk. Some say he's hitting the ground running. Take it up from there.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Wixon, for the question. Firstly, I want to thank God Almighty for making the inauguration a very successful one. And I want to thank Edolites for making the state a very peaceful one and for a very peaceful transition of power from one governor to another governor. Yes, with what I have seen so far in these 2 days, starting from on the 12th down to today on 14th, I think His Excellency Senator Monday Okpebholo have started well. So in that aspect of hitting the ground running, he did the right thing in the sense that because since the release of the results of the election down to preparing to be swearing in is enough time for you to study the environment and know exactly what to do. And he has actually started doing what we expected from him in terms of infrastructure, especially the road infrastructure. Now that the rainy season is over and we're in a dry season now, I think this is the best time for him to actually start fixing most of the bad roads. And secondly, I was also happy with the appointments that he has made thus far. In fact, I was happy that for the very first time during the course of the inauguration, you will be appointing a commissioner nominee. And not just appointing a commissioner nominee, he actually also went ahead to ensure that the House of Assembly is sworn, the House of Assembly actually interrogate the person and, give the person a clearance to become the, Attorney General of the state. And both Attorney General and the appointment of the, Secretary of the State Government, I think these two appointments was actually what they call, the round peg in the round what hoop. No, in this very case, I think he has started well. So the only thing we need to wish him well now is strength in order for him to continue. So that aspect of initial graduate that you just mentioned will no longer be that case, so that you will not start running at the end of the day, you will not become fizzled out. So we pray that God gives him the strength so that as he has started running, maybe with the pace of 80, he should just continue so that he maintain that speed till he round up his administration.
All right, some are saying that this is the first time they are seeing a governor in Edo State with this particular zeal or zest to really work, because in the course of the campaign, some of his persons or supporters are saying that the governor, their candidate then, he just can't wait to start working, and right now that is what he is exhibiting. Well, Honorable Isaac, now what do you feel about this man's prospect, our governor?
Thank you very much for the, firstly, let me congratulate him and thank God for everything that went well during the inauguration. As far as I am concerned, the new governor, Senator Monday Okpebholo, he has started well, and I wish he continue to do the right thing at the right time. This rainy season, he doesn't want to waste time. I know he has already kick-started the move now to ensure that roads should be constructed for the good of the peoples of Edo State. I don't have any doubt that he will do well, because he has many experienced people around him that will always tell him or advise him on what to do. People like Senator Oshomole and my very good friend, my brother, Pastor Sagi Ezeyam, all these people are experienced in governance. And I'm sure where he's lacking, they are really ready to, assist him, giving him the right thing, advice to do. Even we who have, gotten experience in governance too, where we have opportunity to advise, we will not hesitate. Through my brother Osagi Ezeyam, I will always give my own side of it, especially in the security aspect of it. So he has started well, and I believe he's going to do well.
Yes, started well. You believe he's going to do well.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to Socrates Imagbedio. Do you share the same views? We'll start talking about other aspects on this particular discussion.
All right, thank you very much. First, I want to congratulate for his inauguration. And by and large, I think obviously he has started well, but then again, I think it's not just what he wants to say, or probably just giving us peace and hope, keeping our hopes high and stuff like that. We've seen governments that have they come around and tell us, okay, this is what we're going to do. We hit the ground running and all of it. But now we want to be seeing it. It's not we are tired of hearing things. We want to be seeing it. So I just hope that this governor will do better than the previous administration, and not just giving us an audio promises. We want to be seeing everything that is doing. Thank God. So let's just hope that it keeps the ground running actually as promised. So we are hoping.
All right. I will come back to you. Now, it's like there's a little bit of doubt here and there about the prospect of the governor saying that he hit the ground running in terms of project and, of course, in terms of appointments. Some are saying that as a governor, he should have sat down, go through the files, before he knows the next step to take, that this might just be an effort of futility, or if he continues in this way without going through the files properly on the previous administration's works and performance, he might just hit the rock. Take it up from there.
Yes, I agree with you to that extent that yes, he needed to have studied the document, the file, because he was outside, seeing the government from, outside. So, but now since he's inside, he has come in now. He needed to sit down to check where the former administration stopped and where he needs to proceed from. But again, there was a transition committee. Probably the transition committee have already gathered enough information for him. Towards, as he was preparing for the inauguration, probably the documents, the information that we gathered for him, he has studied them. Probably he knows exactly where the former administration have stopped, and I know exactly where to continue. Again, during the campaign period, he actually went around almost the whole Edo State, or he went around the whole Edo State campaigning. So he also got feelers from people in terms of aspects that they needed assistance and help. And he saw things for himself to that, okay, these aspects, they are not moving. Like the road, he just, told the contractors to continue now. Is an obvious road that, yes, needs, quick rehabilitation, so that in order to ease transportation within the metropolis. So as for that, it's not just a new contract, it's just right. Those who are working on it, the constructors will resume work immediately and complete the job. Yes, he needs to still sit down and study the particular. That is why I was, some people are saying initial ground in the sense that once you start like this, hitting the ground running, then when you now sit down and look at your system, I thought it was like this, so I never knew it was like this. But again, the transition committee have already assisted him with a lot of information that he needed. So that is why I said we will pray for him, so that with this strength he has started, so that there will be no loopholes, so that the people will continue hitting the ground running. Like the appointments he has made thus far, those ones, in fact, he have done the noble thing. Because you just have to have your chief of staff, your secretary of the state government in order to kickstart the government together. Like the Attorney General case that he also appointed, in fact, you cannot just neglect the Ministry of Justice. You just have to appoint somebody in order to manage, the affairs of the justice aspect of the state. So, and those appointments he has appointed, those two appointments, in fact, this SSG to him and the Attorney General, if you read their profile, you understand that, in fact, they have actually done the right thing and the best thing for the entire state. If you go to the profile of, Dr. Barrister Samson Sagi, you will know that, in fact, those it is blessed having him as Attorney General of the state.
All right.
When you go to the appointment of the Secretary to the State Governor, Sheikh Barrister Umar Ihilo, Musa Ihilo, you will also understand that, in fact, he has placed a machine, I will use that word, a machine, in the engine room of the government to pilot the secretariat affairs, to pilot the affairs of the state. And you know that, in fact, he has done that. Meaning that these two appointments that we have seen shows that he has actually planned well and prepared for the state. So our prayer now is that the pace should continue, making good appointments in this format and following it up, so that at the end of the day, the expectation that we're expecting for him will not be consumed.
All right. Now, when the Transition Committee met with previous administration, were able to make some findings, make some recommendations, and they said, we've given our findings and recommendation to the governor-elect then, but now he is the governor to go through. And during his inauguration, they say, yes, I've seen your report. I will go through it and know how to fashion governance. But we all know that it can't take you a day to digest a report from a committee. Is he working out of the blues, or he has a blueprint of his own already, Honorable?
Thank you very much, Mr. Marshall. You see, before he was sworn in as the governor, he has prepared seriously during his campaign period that this is where he's going. And like I said earlier, with the experience of people surrounding him, he should be very lucky, just like a child that is born into a family that is very wealthy. All these experiences, all his people around him have gathered, they will always tutor him, and he will do well. I don't know why I'm having this positive aspect of it to him, because I'm seeing him as somebody who's going to do very well. Remember that during the campaign time, even our respected president of Nigeria, he even said that he would make sure he makes Edo look like Lagos, if not better than Lagos. So with all these people around him, it's just like he's be given the free chance and every free will to do the best. And I'm sure there is nothing like failure, the way I'm seeing it. Because if it's only when he wants to prove, and which I'm not foreseeing anything like that, that maybe I will do whatever I like to do. That is where I will advise him he should avoid. Always ask from experienced people, because they said if a lizard in the front falls into a pit, others will take precautions. Himself has to learn from the mistakes of the past government or the past governor, so that he will not make similar mistakes. I know there's no human being that is perfect, but there are some that you need not to let it repeat itself again. That is exactly what I'm seeing it.
All right. Now, let's move over to where Socrates is. There's one thing about having people around you to give you advice, and it's another thing for you to listen to that particular advice. And the third step is for you to carry out the actions that given to you by your advisor. Some have said that people are too much in this government, in the sense that you have heavyweight A, heavyweight B, and of course you have the foot soldiers, that they are too much, that this might just lead to being a clog in the wheel of progress. What do you have to say about this, Socrates?
Thank you very much, Mr. Winston. I believe the governor is an intelligent person, and again, I feel that by now he ought to have had his own blueprint of what he wants to do for Edo people. Because now I think this is not time for us to be partisans, and let's leave the election has come and gone, and let's leave that apart. So I believe now is for him to have, gather everybody together, create a synergy with all our sundry within the political space, and bring them to a round table, and let's see how we move Edo forward. Let's bring Edo forward, because over time we'll see that Edo has a very wrong image out there. Let's project this state, and also whatever plans that he wants to do, he should make it known to everybody. Because I believe one of the issues that the previous administration had is because they never aired most of their projects. I was surprised that during the end of his tenure, that the previous administration, we're seeing projects. So I believe this current government should televise whatever programs or innovative they have for Edo people, so that we should be seeing it, not telling us that this will be done and this will be done. No, we want to be seeing whatever projects you have for Edo people. I think that is one thing we should work on. The media team should be very, very proactive and make sure that they project this state positively, so that at the end of the day, we all will move Edo forward. And again, I want to beg this current administration that they should leverage on the previous projects that have been established. They should continue, because over time you see that there's no continuity in government. So that is why you see we're having series of problems. So I feel that there are projects that have been abandoned, or there are projects that is ongoing that the previous administration didn't finish before they left. So I believe his own government should continue. It should be a continuous government, not starting a different and fresh project without addressing the previous. I believe that they should continue with the previous project that have been established, so that at least, because we know that there are a lot of pending and abandoned projects, if for me. So this our current governor to continue with those projects, a continuous development, so that together we can move Edo State forward and develop it. Because whether you like it or not, Edo State has been backward in terms of development. We want to be in the digital state, because the previous administration have tried to explain that to us, that yeah, we want to take Edo into a digital state. Unless this our current governor, I believe in his capacity, is a capacity governor. So I believe in him, and I think with the people surrounded by him, we have big political channels that are his allies. So I feel with that, if he's a listening governor, definitely he can work with that and make Edo progress. I think that is it for now.
All right, all right. I will come back to you, Socrates. Well, you heard him talk about finishing, or let's say carried on with some of the projects that have not been completed by previous administration, and that is on one hand. But I'm going to ask you the same question. You know, say in the model of council, a war is won, but when they become too much, everyone talking, everyone speaking as it stands right now. Like what Honorable rightly said, he has good team. But I like saying that this team, there are too many, from top to bottom, that this might just be an interference or a hindrance into what this governor may want to do. After all, he may have his own blueprint, but when he talks here and there, do this, don't do that, remember me, don't remember that, all kind of things. Do you think it will lead to a kind of a slow motion in course of his administration?
Yeah, you see, it will, that situation will not occur if he actually knows that he is the governor of the state. One, every aspirant as at that time has their own blueprints. When you now become a candidate, because before you wake up in the morning and say, I want to contest for a particular position, you should know why you are going there. You are not just going there because of the name, but you are going there to make a difference. Now you now became a candidate. During the course of your campaign, you have your own agenda, or the one they call your manifesto that you have on ground, or the ones people are calling out blueprints. Now all you need to do right now is that you have a blueprint on roads. This is where you now need the big wings or the professionals. This aspect of road. I need advice on how to go about it. Not that somebody will not advise you, no, don't worry, leave road, go and do another one. So you, with your own agenda that you have set, you must work within and set the time frame. Any advice anybody is giving you must surround this your agenda and within the time frame. And anyone that is outside that one, you have the liberty to discard it. And you must have to, exert the authority that you are in charge, irrespective of the big wings. You are in what? In charge. Like I said, the new sheriff is in town. You are the new sheriff. You were old sheriff, or you are a big wings. You are this, but this is the sheriff. Your advice will only come. All you need to do is to sieve and take out the meaningful one. But you should not allow the too much advice to now come to take you away from your direction. That is why, if a man that does not have plan for the day, will actually not achieve anything. So if you already have a plan for the state and you have it as a manifesto, you must work with it and without what deviating from it. So these too many advices actually, if well utilized, should have become a blessing. It's only if it is not well utilized, that is the only way to now become what? A curse. But in this case, that is why you are now the number one man. That, okay, I have taken advice from Mr. Wixon, I've taken advice from Mr. Solomon. Then in this case right now, you sit down in your quiet moment and you weigh the two options. And you know that, okay, I think the Solomon advice would be the best option. Then you key in. But if none of them is not in line with what you want, then you follow what you decide to do. Because at the end of the day, the glory comes to you. If it is good, people praise. If it is bad, they also latch you. So in this case, you will not give room to too many advice to come, because as I said, too many hands in the soup spoil the
broth,
soup.
yeah.
So now you will not give room to too many, because if you give room to too many persons, in fact, you will not have a headway. And who, again, are you going to give your listening ears to? When it comes to road, I don't think you seeking advice from a medical doctor. When it comes to health, I don't see you seeking advice from a civil engineer. You have to seek advice from those that you know that, yes, actually knows what they are doing in the particular angle that you want to work, the particular sector you want to work on. So seeking advice from the right person, that will become a blessing to you. But if you are seeking advice from the wrong person just because of the fact that he's a big wing, you may be derailing. As I am right now, I have my potentials, you have your potentials. I cannot say I'm a media guru, but you are a media guru. But in the educational sector, I would think maybe I may surpass you. Like in the security sector, I know our guy here surpasses both of us here. But on that case, when it comes to security sector aspect, you are not coming to me to advise you more. And when you have him here, I think you are shooting yourself in the foot. So these are just it. So you have arrays of great men around you, but you should know the one to meet up with in a particular aspect that you know you want to work with. But in all, what you have planned to do for the state, you have documented. Work with it and pursue it vigorously and set time frame. Not just I will. Set time frame. If you are tying this road to here and it's 6 months, ensure that road is completed that 6 months. Carrying over again will actually now affect the other project you have planned for the other period. And by so doing, you may end up not achieving your goals. Then in the aspect of continuing from the previous government, yes, fantastic. The state belongs to us, does not belong to any political party, does not belong to anybody. So abandoning a project because it was done by Governor Obaseki and because you hated him or because you have a bad feelings about him and you now decide to leave that project and start a fresh one, you are wasting our resources. The project was not done by Obaseki's money. And that is it done by you that is also coming your money. It is done by the Commonwealth of the Edo State people. So you need to complete the project so that at the end of the day, the Edoites will have it to use. So instead of starting a fresh one just to create a name, oh, this project is mine, and there's a project that is going on, maybe up to 65%, all you needed to do is just the 35% to get the completion. Okay, look at the state secretariat that Obaseki completed. It was built by the then General Samuel Okpebholo, and it was abandoned for so many years. Just because somebody wants to claim a name that this one was done by me. He doesn't want to. But today, the Obaseki cannot take credit for that job. He took credit for that job. That's how it is. So when there's an abandoned project, complete it. If you want to take credit for it, take credit for it too. That, if a creditor you want to seek, people knows that it was completed in your era or in your tenure. Complete it so that the money spent there will not become what? A wasted money. And two, this administration I want to also beg. Any job you are doing should be standard. We don't want any substandard projects. How can you fix a road within 6 months? We can't pass it again. How can you do a project with 6 months? If 6 months is even too big. It's wrong. If you want to do, just do. If it's only 10 kilometers you are doing for us, let that 10 kilometers. If by engineering standard,
so within 1 month, it'd be like you start seeing issues with the road.
By engineering standard, the road is supposed to last 50 years.
Okay.
50 good years.
50 good years.
Yes, by engineering standard. But now, how can you do a road even 2 good 3 months? It's already peeling. It doesn't make sense. If you want to do any road, let it be that this road is standard. So tomorrow they can say, that good road, that's Okpebholo road. Let them use Okpebholo to describe a standard road. Not just that.
Like what they are doing right now for Samuel Okpebholo, late Samuel Okpebholo, the road he made.
Exactly.
Okay, fine.
So what's the final?
I will come back to you. He mentioned security. As it stands right now, most men are hiding. You know what I'm talking about? Men are hiding. You call them, they don't pick. They're like excommunicado. The youths are at it again. Some are saying this is the ember month towards the end of the year. Some of they only come up with this mantra, no forgiveness. You get to see youths being wasted. And people are like saying that the disbandment of the adult security network is not even helping the issues. As a security expert, do you advise the governor to reintegrate, or I'll say revamp, the adult security network to really check this menace? After all, Christmas is just like a month plus away, and this is a period where these kind of killings, maiming happen. Take it up from there, Honorable Isaac.
Thank you very much. For any government to succeed, security must be in the uppermost of its agenda. The security network that was disbanded by the Inspector General of Police during this political situation, it is high time they are asked to be reinstated or come back. If for the purpose of maybe the governor that brought them in, they can change the nomenclature, then reorganize and retrain them. After all, even if you are forming another security, not using the people that were there before, they are still the same Edo people. Notwithstanding what has happened, because there's no perfect things in life, this security outreach that was disbanded, they did marvelously well during their time. What government needs to do now is to bring them up and give them a lot, good money. Security is very expensive. It's not easy to come by. They must be given, at least security people, because of the life that is always at risk, they should not be paid less than 100,000 in a month. At least not less than 100,000 in a month. And they must be given nice vehicles. This APC, Armored Personnel Carrier, that is bulletproof. Not, what do they call that? Toyota Sienna. What is Sienna? That even ordinary catapult can kill somebody inside it. If you let the sanctity of life be respected. You give somebody Sienna to go and patrol on the road, where you don't know, with the situation in the country, any person can attack you. Give them a nice vehicle, and you see how wonderful these people are going to perform, especially these the security outfits. You need the way they were arresting, and police are there to do their job, but this complementary effort of it has gone a long way in making Edo safe during the time they were in. You can now see from that period they were removed from the position they were to this time. You have seen many things that has happened. Look at the killings here and there. So they need to be brought back and retrain them. Let them know this is not what you were before. This is where you are now. Now, if there is good security, people will go to the farm. There's hunger everywhere because of you go to the bush, you are in your farm, you are kidnapped and killed. People now, they are now afraid to go to farm. So what you need to do, the governor, apart from this security outfit to be brought back, these, what they call them, these guards in the bush, forest guards, they need to plan another forest guard to be in the bush, and they should be paid well, so that they will not help people in the bush. And the herdsmen, we are all Nigerians. We are not saying they should go out of our states. let them leave the bush. It's a private business. Let them come and get a place. You can buy 100 by 200 land, and you fence it and keep your animals there. Make what they call it water. If it's a borehole, give them enough water to drink and give them food. They will eat them, not to go to the bush. You know, some of our respected traditional rulers, they gave the go-ahead for them go to the bush. But they may have done that in good faith. But you have given them an inch. Now these people have taken a yard. They will go there instead of you to stay there and do it. They now do that as a pretense that they are pasturing their cows, whereas they are killing people inside. They should be, these forest guards should bring all of them out. Let them come outside. We are not saying they should leave Edo State. Let them come to the open. Fence your own place, your personal business. It's not government business. It's not government business. And the governor has to, I will advise the governor, the present governor now, Senator Okpebholo, to ensure that all these our royal fathers, should be invited and talk to them seriously about this issue. We know something must have, change hands, like money. Give me some money, go and take part of the bush. All those things should be disregarded. Anyone, they should tell them, if I hear from many of them again that you take money from anybody or you have asked people to go to the bush to go and stay, there will be a penalty for it. They will listen. Because this issue of going to the bush, you cannot eat again. Like me now, I'm a good farmer, but I can't go to the farm. About 3 weeks ago, now, my uncle now, from our village, he was kidnapped. And we have to contribute money to go and pay before he was released. Thank God he was not killed. And these are small herdsmen that, even though because they are gone, my brother said you can even use blow and beat them. But because of gun now, you can't undermine their power.
Yeah.
So that is the thing. So there should be a good security network.
Okay.
They should be brought back.
All right. That's so great. I believe you're listening and following the discussion, the aspects of security. Yeah, now that is what we're really talking about. Now, do you feel that the governor of the day should
hit the ground also running in terms of security? Socrates, over to you.
So, very, very poor security architecture, because I go online and see comments and speeches about Edo State, and it breaks my heart that I'm from this particular state where negative comments are being flying around because of the insecurity. Because as it is now, Edo State is very cold. If you agree with me, very, very cold. There is nobody outside. Let's be realistic. There is nobody else. Everybody is running because of the whatever security that is hitting the state currently. And it's really, really disheartening to see that this kind of thing is happening in our state. In this Utah season, it's bizarre. So and again, the kidnapping within Edo North axis, I think is another thing that the governor should also look at. Edo North as it is not completely safe. It's not, because you hear series of kidnap within that axis, and it's not. It doesn't really tell well. We shouldn't be expecting negativity always from Edo State. When you talk about insecurity or you talk about these killings, you see Edo State coming up at the top there. It's not. It's really, really and I feel that the current governor should take security as his number 1 priority, because if you are talking about infrastructure and there's no security, I don't think that will actually stand, because there's no investor that want to come into Edo State to invest when there is no security within the state. So I think security should be one of his agenda, one important agenda that issue addressed immediately, because we are tired of seeing killings within the state. The thing is really, really, really bad, and giving the state a very bad image, both within the country and outside the country. Comments you are seeing online, and it breaks your heart that this is coming from our own dear state. So I want to beg the governor that he should take security as his number 1 priority. It should, that like our one of the guests rightly said, the security outfit that was instituted by the previous administration, which is the VGN. I think they were doing a great job. If you agree with me, they were doing a great job. So I think they should bring them back and reinstitute them. Empower them. Because I want to believe that they were not being paid and they were still doing their job. So imagine you paying them, irrespective of whatever amount you are paying them. At least give them some good incentives, and you see those people perform very, very well. So I believe they should bring back our VGN so that at least they should see how they can give within the society a good security networking. And again, our police, I want to applaud them. They are doing a nice job, but it does not stop there, because if you go around the state, you see that the security within this period that the killings have started, the police they are only within the major roads, just along the major roads. These killings are not done within the major roads. They are not done. They are done within the outskirts, within this neighborhood, within the neighborhood. So I believe there should be a patrol team going within the next training of the state, not just within the major roads that we have a lot of roadblocks around. No, the killings are not done within the roads. They are done within the streets. So the police, in conjunction with other security networks, they should go see how they can, infiltrate these communities, and that at least there are communities that we are hearing that yes, this thing is happening there. They should go around these communities and infiltrate these hoodlums that are perpetrating these crimes, and they should be brought to book, because we are tired of these incident killings within the state, and it's actually making the state going backward, because you don't see a lot of persons. A lot of youth have traveled away from the state because of this same insecurity, and it does not tell well for our state. I want to beg the governor again, please, sir, kindly look into the security system in this state as your number one priority. Thank you very much, Mr. Wilson.
All right. Well, you've heard him, security. Some are saying that should have been number one. Roads, yes, good, but this time around, the lives of youth being wasted. You get to hear counting scores, doing this and doing that. People are running. Nobody wants to invest anymore. Everyone's trying to hide that Ebola. What Honorable said, the security is expensive, but you have to put your foot on the ground. And someone to have the opinion that you should have, created an office for a security outfit headed by someone, from commission or for security, whatever you want to call it. The Commissioner for Security Affairs in Edo State, those that have the NSA in the federal, that you should form it here. That should have been the first to know. You follow that Edo State is in the news again because of this ugly trend. Ahmed.
Yes, thank you. We already have Commissioner of Police in the states. So also having another Ministry of Police again, or Ministry again of Community Security.
Just give it a name. You just be in charge of it.
That is exactly what the previous government did, called Edo State Security Network.
But they were not paid.
Exactly. So the aspect we now talk about now is no longer creating a name again. There's already a name. And even before the administration left, I think there's already a corp they created. I think Edo State Security Corp, if I'm not mistaken, that was created, enacted by the House of Assembly. So now the structure is already there. The only thing lacking now is financing. Respected retired DSP Isaac Asemuta already said it all. Manpower is already there. The structure is already, the skeleton is already there, meaning the structure. Up to the local government, up to the ward level, the ESN are there. You understand what I'm saying now? What is left now is financing. All the government need to do is to budget heavily for this very purpose. We agree that there's security vote, like I told you before when we are in this place. The security vote is just like biscuit money for the governors or whatever. They don't spend. In fact, this money, huge amount of millions, if it's actually channeled towards that security aspect, in fact, to go a long way. Like others have rightly opined, these boys or these men who were doing this vigilante for us, as the case may be, some of them were on 30,000 naira payroll, some on the 40,000 naira payroll, while majority were not even in the payroll at all. But they were still doing this job because of the love they have for it. You will now see that those people have passion for this job. These kind of persons who have passion for this job, by the time they are now remunerated to some extent, you see that they will outsmart and even do more than the police, as the case may be. All we need now is financing that sector. It's already there. We don't need to create any other new one again. Edo State Security Network Corp, I think it has been passed by the Edo State House of Assembly. All this present governor need to do is to awaken that very particular agency, finance it, give them these tools that they need, vehicles, ammunition, and otherwise, and send some of the personnel for more proper training. So that at the end of the day, it is not just only about physical strength, they also need the mental strength too, in order for them to articulate very well on how to map their security issues and get the desired results. Neighborhood watch can be added to their job, so that at least within the neighborhood, at least within the streets, when everybody have gone to work, some persons still need to patrol within. In the night when some are sleeping, the persons need to patrol within the streets to ensure the security of properties and life. Then why this major express we are talking about can be handed over to the policemen and the army, so that they safeguard the highways for us, so that we can actually move. Then this aspect of the bush now, for the farmers, if we cannot revive the forest guard, this same vigilante, for example, in his community that somebody was kidnapped, there are some youths who are there who actually does not have any job doing, who are full-time farmers. They can be recruited into this something. They know the terrain of the whole entire landscape of the where they farm. So they can be recruited into this whole security network, and be even saddled with the responsibility to safeguard the entire farmlands. Today is not every day you go to farm in the whole 7 days in a week. With the way the interaction, some will go to farm while some will do the security aspect, and then the whole farmland will be safe for us to use it. These ideas are there. It's just that I don't know if they are deceiving us. I don't know. And the money is there. When you see money being budgeted for some certain things, you will be amazed. Like the money budgeted for security votes, up to the governor, down to the local government chairman. Money is being budgeted for security votes. And this is for what as the name implies, security votes. We should have security. Once there is security, in fact, everybody will enjoy life. You understand? So this money should be where you. So the structure is already there, sir. No need to create any other one again. But the one is already existing. More funds should be pumped into it. Okay. Even if it means like for example, you see little tax that they are collecting from people. If this money are really utilized properly, it can even fund the security. And at the end of the day, everybody will be safe.
You just get to hear, come on, where is your dad? I don't know. Where is he? He's not at home. You call the phone number. It's not picking. It's not answering. It just disappeared. The hospital just tap you. You know what is happening. I mean, it sounds so insane. Investors are running. People from abroad, they don't want to come down to Benin. They want to come down to Edo State. Well, we're saying the coast is not clear. We are not coming. And you know the reason why they are at it again. But some are saying, even if you want to reestablish security outfit, you should try as much as you can to kill that political vibe in it. What do you think this current administration should do? Because you are saying the structures are under the ground, but they'll tell you the former structure belonged to the old administration. So what do we do about this, Honorable Isaac?
Thank you very much, sir. Like I said before, security is very expensive. What the governor needs to do now, which he has already started or given instruction, is to make good roads. These outlets make good roads, then provide vehicle, security vehicle. If you cannot buy this armored personnel carrier, this APC, you can go for healers. There are healers that are
that APC sounds like a political party. APC.
Sorry, that is why I now gave the family
armored personnel carrier,
so that you won't say it is a political party. So if they cannot afford that armored personnel carrier, they can go for healers. That we have healers that is bulletproof. When people are inside, they have that confidence. I wish you can read the minds of people inside the vehicles. They are on patrol. You see that nobody is sure whether he's coming back, because you can never tell what will happen to you in the next minute. But when you are inside a vehicle that has a bulletproof, you have that confidence. You have the confidence and the courage. And the moment, if for example now we have 18, at least we have 18 local government in Edo State, let government, they have the money. Let us not pretend they have the money. Let them get 2 armored personnel armored personnel carrier vehicle. Give 2 to each local government for these security people. Then you will see anytime you need to see some of these security network, the one they just disbanded. you need to see the way they work. I have seen many of them. Even when I was before, the way, the agility they have in, delving into some issues and get some people arrested. Me, as at that time, maybe I would not have that courage. So that was why I'm saying that they should recall all of them and reorientate them and give them enough money to feed their family, because how much is a bag of rice now that we are talking? So if all these things are done, you see, if we have good roads, then vehicles are provided. In case of any eventuality, they can see where to move. Because there are some areas now a vehicle cannot move, except you have auxiliary. Even some areas with your auxiliary in the vehicle, you cannot even access them. So if all the roads are well graded, even if they cannot tar them, let them grade them so that it will be passable. The moment there's any security, a breach of security in anywhere, people are caught. And from this local government, we're just talking that you have like two of these armored personnel carrier. People are there. The moment they are called upon, they move to that place. The APC, that armored personnel carrier we are talking, on itself is a preventive vehicle, because the moment you see it, you will be afraid. If you have anything in your mind, you will run away.
Wow.
The moment you see that vehicle coming, because they call it a beast, because if you see it, it doesn't.
That's menacing.
Right. Wow. That is why there was a law or something, instruction then. If you see that APC coming, you have to run away, because it's assumed that it doesn't see anything. You understand? So I will advise government, the moment you have good roads and a good vehicle for security people will come in and invest.
Oh, right.
Like all these people in the bush now, you are able to push them away. I'm in support that they should push all of them away from the bush. Let them come to us. They are our brothers. We cohabit with them, not to go and stay in the bush, and you will not allow anybody to go. Many people have been killed. Many women are molested just because we say we are one Nigeria. And this is a thing, maybe you cannot do it in their place. So they should be moved out of the bush. Let them pump more security men into the bush and move them away. There are systems you use in combing a place. Not that you just go one place. There are, maybe you have a unit of men you take to the bush. You give them, you line them up. In our, the first men will know what I'm going to talk now. There's what we call advanced Lagos, advanced Russia. Though we don't mention it left or right, because people might know where we are doing.
Yeah.
The moment, if you have a place like a local government, if you use that system, you'll be able to comb anywhere they are hiding, you get them. The moment you advance Russia, you get to the end, you move to Lagos again.
Yeah.
Everywhere in the bush will be combed. If they adopt that type of system, there's no hiding place for them. Let them come outside. So that's my advice.
All right, thank you so much. We're back moving over to our Abuja Network Center. Well, you're going to have your last line on this. We choose to stop here, but we have other aspects that the governor will look into, because security right now, they say, is paramount. You just can't imagine some sad stories. You get to hear he was shot in the presence of his wife. He was killed in the presence of his children. His presence of his mother, father. Come on. Is this the kind of legacy that we want our state to be remembered for? What can the governor do about this? You've heard from the security expert, you've heard from the education expert. Also, they are talking about security. So, Socrates, I'm coming straight to you. You're going to give your last line on this discussion briefly before we move over to our Abuja Network Center. What advice do you have for the governor, talking about his prospect?
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Winston. I have those two things to at the governor. Now, first thing, it's the illicit collection of revenues within the metropolis. I think it's something he should also look at, because we are actually in our trying times. So seeing that, I saw a video flying around, I think the first day of his inauguration, that you see some, so to speak, Okpebholo within the state, harassing motorists, collecting, and that was not a good start. If you ask me, it wasn't a good start. So I feel that this set of Okpebholoism should be flushed away from Edo State. We're actually in a digitalized age now. We shouldn't be beckoning on analog system of tax collecting. So I believe we should also look at that also, the ticketing collecting within the market axis, because you cannot see the petty trader and you want to still collect, though everybody will pay tax, but then again, with the current tax in the country, I think it will not be ideal if you still subject these women, these traders that are trying to make
Thank you
a
so
living
great.
out of it.
Thank
So,
you. Thank you so much. Our time is up. But for that, the ticket collecting or collection, agberoism, the governor gave a statement saying if they are caught doing that, they should be arrested. It was all about the news yesterday. I stopped them. Hope they will follow that instruction or else they'll find themselves in jail. 1 minute. 1 minute, Al-Haji. Advice to the governor. Though we'd rather just 3 aspects this morning. I'm aware of it. 1 minute, quickly.
Congratulations, Your Excellency, for a successful inauguration. Please focus on security, focus on education, and focus on the road. And once you're able to do this, I believe Edo will become a very peaceful state for us.
Thank you so much, Honorable Isaac. Briefly.
Thank you very much, sir. Like I said before, the governor, I have that positive approach and sight in what I'm seeing, what he's going to do in Edo State. So he should focus on these good roads and focus on security. Then any other thing will follow.
Thank you so much, Honorable Isaac Kasamota. Thank you so much, Al-Haji Ahmed, and of course to my entrepreneur, the political analyst, Socrates Magbedu. I appreciate your wonderful analysis. Well, Mr. Governor, you're the new sheriff in town. You know Edo State is in dire need of fine-tuning. You said you can do it. I know you will do it by God's grace. You hit the ground running. Please sustain it. But don't forget the aspect of security. Investors, investment are living in Edo State because of this palpable fear. Do something about it.